But what if the ball is shorter? Say, you attack hard, and they block it back short and half high. What do? Do you step in with your right foot or your left foot? Today, let's talk about the rhythm of topspin. We'll practice timing with topspin. But don't get stuck playing at only one tempo. How do you loop at the apex, on the drop, and on the rise? You need to master all three of these timings. Otherwise, in a match, if they're fast and you're slow, or they're slow and you're fast, you'll never match their rhythm. For example, on the rise, you attack the ball right after the bounce with a quick, continuous loop. At the apex, you can step back slightly to execute your loop. And if you step back even further, you can loop the ball early on the drop. No matter what kind of ball your opponent sends, once you can use these three contact points, your forehand will be solid. If you're hitting the ball late on the drop, aren't you just sending up a lob? Hitting the ball late on the drop is just setting your opponent up for an easy kill. For the forehand, you need to open up your body. Without enough space for this rotation, you can't generate power. When you position for a forehand, your backswing should be on the ball's trajectory at the moment of contact, not at the start of your backswing. Starting the backswing on the ball's line will get you jammed. Many players do this. For a proper forehand loop, your stance must allow your body to open up, even when you're further back. From your ready position to your shot, there must be a clear weight transfer. Position your left foot in the left half of the court and your right foot in the right half. This creates space, allowing you to use weight transfer to drive the ball. I'm not standing completely to the side of the table. If you stand too far to the side, your forehand becomes a push, and you can't produce a quality loop. A lot of our students have this exact problem. As a rule of thumb, center your navel with the middle of the table. Left foot on the left side, right foot on the right side. And then reach out to hit your forehand. The second issue is footwork. For a ball in the middle, you pivot, take your backswing, make contact in front, and transfer your weight through the shot. That's a standard loop. If the next ball goes to your forehand side, do not step with your foot and swing your arm at the same time. You must use small shuffle steps. Let's do that again. After looping from the middle, when the next ball is wide to your forehand, never take one large lunge step. That's where mistakes happen. You might feel like a single lunge step is faster, but this is incorrect. For movements within half the table, you must use small shuffle steps. Only use a lunge step for wide movements, like from backhand to forehand. Let's demonstrate. Loop from the middle, then shuffle to the forehand. Shuffle to the crossover point. Shuffle to the forehand. Shuffle to the middle. The typical amateur habit is to hit from the middle and then take one giant step to the side. Within this half court, the rule is, if you don't have to move, don't. For smaller adjustments, you can just use your weight transfer to reach the ball. For amateur players, if you can avoid moving your feet, do it. So, for a ball down the middle, adjust with a small, simultaneous movement of both feet before you loop. Adjust, then loop. Adjust, then loop. This is the fundamental footwork. No matter how fast the ball comes, you can always adjust with these small steps. For instance, if you feed me balls anywhere in this half court, this is how I loop. For half-court movements, primarily use small shuffle steps to adjust your position. Now, let's talk about your lateral positioning. For a topspin loop, my backswing finishes close to my thigh. Against backspin, my rotation might be bigger, but against fast topspin, a large backswing will get you jammed. So, for topspin, keep the backswing compact near your thigh, and maintain a bend in your elbow through the forward swing. Never straighten your arm completely. You have to calculate the right stance and backswing that allows you to contact the ball at the optimal point. If the ball is here, this is my normal stance. If you stand too close, you'll definitely be jammed. If you're too far away, standing out here, you'll be reaching for the ball. So, the distance between you and the ball is crucial. I recommend leaving about one racket's length of space. If your foot is positioned where this shoe is, watch, my backswing and contact point are perfect. After contact, I rotate back for the next shot. For every single shot, no matter the placement, you must maintain this sense of lateral space. Using this shoe as a guide, see how I position myself? The distance between my hand and the shoe is perfect. Roughly speaking, it's exactly one racket's length. Let's try another set. Watch closely. Every time I position my feet, the distance is consistently about this much. So where do we typically go wrong? This causes you to reach for the ball because you're too far away. Or, like this, you get jammed. This is our current problem. For example, to handle a backspin ball, you must focus on 5 things. See which one you're missing. First is judgment, you have to read the ball's placement. Second is your center of gravity, you have to get down. Third is relaxation, you must be relaxed to loop the ball well. Fourth is lateral positioning, are you stepping to the correct spot? And fifth, I have to adjust my distance from the table. For a short ball, I have to move in as I hit. As long as your preparation before the shot is correct, like this, you will always make the loop. If your preparation looks like this, you are destined for a mistake. Your error rate will be high. Right now, our pre-shot preparation is what's lacking. So when the ball comes, what you need to practice is moving your feet to the ball. Whether it's wider, shorter, or further right. You have to use your footwork to create an ideal hitting environment for your arm. Having a clean stroke is really just the foundation. From there, you advance to higher level concepts, footwork, weight transfer, rhythm, spacing, and tactical adjustments. It's like progressing from elementary to university level problems. All players must get rid of this misconception. Having perfect looking technique does not automatically mean you will play the ball well. It's not that simple. What truly determines your level in a match are the details I just explained, not how good or bad your form looks. I always emphasize the preparation before contact, because if you prepare correctly, you could make the shot with your eyes closed. Most players' faults don't happen in the instant they hit the ball. Let's talk about front-to-back distance. This is a bit more advanced. In a topspin rally, the first bounce is almost never a short ball, unless you've just hit a very powerful opening attack. For example, if you loop hard at me and I just block it defensively, that return might land short. When your opponent is actively directing the ball, it will almost always be deep. So, after your first loop against backspin, as you transition to a topspin rally, you must adjust your position. Second scenario, after you hit with power, your opponent won't return it with force, they'll likely just block or touch it. This kind of soft return will be slow and high, so you must also adjust your timing. In training, you're used to predictable, evenly paced balls to perfect locations. 1, 2, the rhythm is completely stable. But in a match, things are chaotic. If you hit a power loop, their return will have one rhythm. If you play a heavy topspin loop, their return will have a completely different rhythm. Every return has a different tempo. Do you prefer to contact the ball further away from your body? Or are you accustomed to a closer contact point? For closer balls, like when transitioning from backhand to forehand, I leave about an arm's length of space. For a standard rally ball, you just execute a normal backswing and stroke. But what if the ball is shorter? Say, you attack hard, and they block it back short and half high. What do? Do you step in with your right foot or your left foot? For a ball that's just off the end of the table, you can step slightly forward with your right foot. For an even shorter ball, you absolutely must step in with your left foot. Why do you default to stepping with your right foot? It's because you're not rotating your torso for the forehand, you're just moving straight at the ball, making that step feel more natural. Correctly, after the backhand, you should rotate your body, take your backswing, and then step in to hit the ball. The key is that stepping with the left foot allows you to generate power. If you step in with your right foot, the quality of your shot will be too low, and your opponent will attack you immediately. However, for this type of short ball, if you step in with your left foot, you can execute a proper attacking smash. You must always read the opponent's incoming ball. If it's a standard deep ball, play your normal stroke. If it's half long, step slightly forward with your right foot as you move. If it's very short, like this type of ball, you must step in with your left foot. A short topspin ball isn't like a short push where you can just lean in. You must move your body forward. Stepping with the right foot limits your reach. Even if you touch the ball, it will be at the very end of your strokes range. Regarding distance, the shorter the ball, the closer you need to get to it. For deep balls, it doesn't matter as much. I can take a larger backswing. But when you move in for a short ball, a large backswing will send the ball flying off the table. The further you move in, the more you need to stay on top of the ball and control it. This is most obvious when attacking a high ball. The more you move forward, the closer your racket must be to the ball for stability. The further you are from the table, the more space you need for your stroke. The closer you are to the net, the more you need compact control. Let me show you. From the back, open up for space. Moving in, keep it close. From the back, open up for space. Moving in, keep it close. You have to develop this sense of space. It's the same for backspin. If the ball is jamming you, you can step back and take a bigger backswing. If the ball is short, you must make your backswing more compact. The same principle applies to the backhand. From mid-distance, you open up the stroke. The stroke should be fully extended. From close to mid-distance, you just need a little bit of space. And if you're close to the table, for instance after a block, and the return is very short, you must step in and keep the stroke compact. Close to the table, keep your distance to the ball short. At mid-distance, maintain some space. From further back, you need even more space. And from deep, you need the most space of all. Let me know if you all learned something from this.